Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Eleni Alman here. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about the most common file types that you're going to encounter. Now, whether you're a graphic designer just starting out in the industry or even a business owner looking to get some collateral pieces printed off, this is a great video for you guys to, learn a little bit more and understand what the files actually mean and what they can do for you. So I'm just going to jump into it again here, and I'm going to start with vector files. So essentially, a vector file is a file that you're going to use when you frequently resize an item, such as logos and watermarks, things like that. The great thing about a vector file is that it can be scaled accordingly. So in all honesty, this file right here could be placed on a small sticker or even a 50-foot billboard if you so choose. That's just what you have to save the size as. Let me zoom in here. So this just means that no matter how close I get, no matter how far I zoom out, and no matter how I scale it, this is always going to keep its correct proportions and it won't get blurry on you or anything. This is not a compressed file, and so all of the information is in this file, and it will be able to basically, be whatever size you'd like it to be. So now we're going to minimize this and go to the rastered file. Okay, so now when you get to the point where you hear someone say a file is rastered, this just means that it's made up of tiny blocks or pixels. So this has very defined proportions, and it must be saved in the correct proportions or it'll be blurry. So if you wanted to have this on a billboard, let's say you're going to blow it up to size, and it'll be like this. You do not want to see this on a billboard. And this is kind of the main difference between a vectored file and a rastered file. So if you want to have it about this big, that's totally fine. It doesn't look too bad here. You can put it on, like your website. Let's say it's a logo for something. Wouldn't be too bad. So super fast recap here, a vectored file basically is an uncompressed file that houses all of the information and can be scaled to whatever you need it to be scaled to. And a rastered file is one that is compressed and it's very limited on the information it has, so you must save it at the dimensions that you would like it initially. Alright, so now that you guys know a little bit more about vectored versus rastered files, I'm going to go a little more in depth over the files that you guys have probably actually heard of before, and we're going to start with an EPS file here. So essentially an EPS file is actually a vector file. So again, that means no matter how far you zoom in or out, it will always keep its proportions and it won't lose any quality of the image. Now, this stands for encapsulated PostScript, and it is a high resolution image that can be used for, print or things online. And the great thing about this file is that it can be opened from pretty much any design software program. This is done because not everybody uses, the Adobe Creative Cloud, and so this is, again, allows people to open it no matter where you are. Alright, and on to the next file type, we're going to go with PNG. So PNG stands for Portable Networks Graphics, and this file is great for interactive items such as like websites and watermarks. And this file type is really great because you can make the background transparent. However, you still need to save PNGs to the file size that you need because this is a rastered file. So again, if you make it smaller, it's not going to be that big of a deal, and you're still going to have, what you need for it. However, if you zoom in, you are going to get pixelation yet again. Okay, and the final thing that I wanted to mention with the PNG, like I said, it can be transparent, but I'll just kind of show you guys what I mean by that. Okay, so here are some color blocks here. And if I drag my PNG file over it, as you can see, the background is transparent, and you can put it over basically anything, even, just a typical image as well. Okay, and then on to the last but not least, an AI file. An AI file, or Adobe Illustrator file, is by far my favorite file type, and that's pretty much just because I am a graphic designer. So let's say you're a business owner and this is your logo. So you want to take this to a print shop and you want this printed on a t-shirt, for example. So I might say, hey, I need a vectored file or your AI file of your logo. And this just ensures that, if I need to make it bigger or smaller, I can actually scale it however I need to. If the color is off and you need me to change something, I can open up this file and alter it if I need to. The great thing about this file type is that since it is based on a program, I can actually save it and export it to all the different file types. So I actually used Adobe Illustrator to create this EPS file, PNG, JPEG, etc. So it's very easy to manipulate. Okay, so yeah, there you have it. I hope you guys learned a little bit about these different file types. We went through vectors, rasters, EPS files, PNGs, and AI files. And if you guys have any questions, please drop a comment below and smash that like button if you enjoyed it. So next week my plan is to kind of just show you guys some more file types, more specifically JPEGs and PDF files. And I'd also like to skim the top of print production and screen production, so files that are RGB versus CMYK. So thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you guys next week.